दिल्ली के साथ मेरा एक बहुत खास अटैचमेंट है. An attachment that I probably cannot explain to anybody, and nor do I expect anybody to understand, because that's a very personal kind of a relationship I have with Delhi. अब ये हुआ ऐसे क्योंकि मेरा जो बचपन है, मैं स्कूलिंग, स्पेशली दैट एज जहाँ पे आपके ऊपर एक इम्प्रेशन डाला जा सकता है, या आपके ऊपर इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ द सोसाइटी, द कल्चर, द फूड, द प्लेस starts happening. That was the age I was in Delhi. 7th standard से लेके 12th standard I was in Delhi, and that was in the 90s. Of course, I'm a 90s kid, and Delhi at that age, I think Delhi had a huge impact on my life. The way I am, मेरा सोच, मेरा तौर तरीका, मेरा रहन सहन, Delhi has a huge impact on me. We were staying in West Delhi in a place called Vikaspuri, and my school was in Central Delhi, Kasturba Gandhi Marg, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. और मेरा डेली का ट्रैवल फ्रॉम विकासपुरी से लेके कनॉट प्लेस तक होता था, इन स्कूल बस ऑफ कोर्स. And it is not just the bus journey. It is the fact that every day early in the morning, 7 o'clock or 6:45, whatever the time was, आप एक बस में बैठते हैं with students and with your peers and बच्चे जो आपके एज ग्रुप के हैं, and teachers and faculty जिनको you look forward to, and भैयास and दीदीज जिनको देख के आप you also want to be like them, and you travel for about an hour through the heart of Delhi, and then you reach school जहाँ पे आप सारे बच्चों के साथ आप खेलते हैं, मिलते हैं, do various kind of activities, and in the process आप grow करते हैं learning के साथ साथ, because I firmly believe it is not just the textbook, it is the overall environment that you are in, जिससे आप बहुत चीज़ें सीखते हैं. And that environment I was in a school in Delhi, and I used to live in Vikaspuri, again a very important hub of Delhi, West Delhi. तो obvious सी बात है, 6 years or 5 years that we were in Delhi at that age played a very important role in building this relationship between me and Delhi. कितनों को मैं समझाने की कोशिश किया ये बात, the relationship that I have with Delhi, but I think I failed miserably. Because for most of them, places are about the infrastructure, it is about the beauty, it is about the facilities, it is about the opportunities, standard of life, and so on, or probably the relations, etc., society. But for me, that relationship was beyond all this, and शायद मैं आज भी कामयाब नहीं होऊंगा किसी को भी explain करने के लिए my love for that city. 2004, I again got the opportunity to come back to Delhi. After completing my post-graduation in London, another city that I loved, I came back to Delhi. Yes, it was a new start all over again. I mean, I had to re-establish my connect with Delhi, but then उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत की ज़रूरत नहीं थी, because obviously I was anyway deep-rooted connected with Delhi, like I just said. It was a new stage of life. पढ़ाई ख़त्म हो गई थी. अभी employment या earning money या professional life की शुरुआत was there. Slowly and steadily I progressed. Not only in terms of career, but also in terms of everything that comprises of life, or whatever the definition of life is for me at that stage. वो चाहे आपका फन एस्पेक्ट कह लीजिए, वो आपका सोशल एस्पेक्ट कह लीजिए, या आपका प्रोफेशनल एस्पेक्ट कह लीजिए, या रिलेशनशिप एस्पेक्ट कह लीजिए, whatever one can think about. But slowly and steadily I was growing in all these areas in Delhi once again. और ये जो growth in all these areas were filled with challenges, of course. I mean, the jobs did not happen in a day, or establishing a social circle did not happen in a day, or it took time. There were challenges, there were hurdles, but वो प्रोसेस भी बहुत मज़ेदार था. That facing those challenges was also fun because I was in a place that I loved originally. And any challenge was not a challenge for me. Any situation was not a situation for me because at the back of my heart or back of whatever it is, I knew I was in the place I loved. And it's okay. I'll manage things and I'll tackle things. इस तरीके का एक emotions mood was there. So I was again, slowly spreading my wings, this time with, of course, the newfound freedom, because, of course, I was grown up, I was an adult, I was a professional. बचपन में foundations and boundaries होती है, अभी नहीं है. So, of course, my connect with Delhi was growing rapidly and it was getting deeper, with the kind of way I wanted to get associated, with various aspects of Delhi. So you talk about the places like West Delhi, Vikaspuri, Tilaknagar, Janakpuri, Mayapuri, Harinagar. You talk about Rajouri Garden. You talk about South Delhi, South X, GK1, GK2. You talk about New Friends Colony, Defense Colony, etc. Nehru Place again. Central Delhi, of course, Connaught Place, Inner, Outer, Middle Circle, Paharganj. उसके बाद आपका Mandi House, Balakhamba Road, ITO. You talk about the Noida side, or you even talk about Gurgaon and the different sectors in Gurgaon. I was in it, पूरे दिल से, पूरे होश से, पूरे with every breath of my spirit. I was into it, and I was enjoying every aspect of Delhi in every possible way that I could. Career-wise, also, I was doing well. When I'm saying I was doing well, I just do not mean in terms of money. I just do not mean in terms of the position or the role. I mean overall. I was working in good organizations, in healthy roles, which helped me to grow professionally, earn a decent amount of money, and at the same time, I was also able to live my personal life and my social life the way I wanted to. The location of these offices were also great. For example, I was with Hewlett Packard, Gurgaon mein tha, the prime location, Satyapal, prime location of Gurgaon. I was with Times of India, again a very prime location, ITO and Nehru Place. I was also with FICCI, that is in the heart of Delhi in Mandi House, and aise bare sare. So on all aspects of the work life, I was enjoying my stint in these different organizations. And the journey to and fro these offices and the hustle bustle, the traffic jams, वापस आने के टाइम पे जो आपका वापस ट्रैफिक लगता था, रुक के दारू खरीदना कभी कभी, या कुछ ये खाना वो खाना, किसी से मिलना, going to a club, all this was a part of my life and I was so deep down in it. This is what I meant by an overall fantastic professional, phase that I was having. And I was really enjoying my stay. Of course, there were issues and hurdles like in every profession. But then again, like I said, क्योंकि मैं दिल्ली में था, क्योंकि मुझे दिल्ली से प्यार था, so all these challenges were not a challenge for me at all. और सबसे important phase or stage of my life is when I started to realize that there's no point of proving yourself to anybody. There's no point of being in the rat race because वो race कभी खत्म नहीं होने वाला है. The more you set expectations, once you reach there, you'll set higher and you just keep on running. I'm not even saying it's good or bad. मैं उस argument में जा भी नहीं रहा हूँ. All I'm saying is कि I realized that was not me. And suddenly I was very much at peace. And this all happened because I happened to meet my wife sometime in 2004. And we started to talk, we started to engage, we started to speak, communicate, and our relationship slowly blossomed. You start feeling at a certain age that there is this one person जो आपके सिचुएशन, आपके सोच, आपके भावनाओं को समझ सकते हैं एंड सपोर्ट भी कर सकते हैं. And if that person cannot do anything about it, but at least you feel good that that person is existing in your system or in your life. And that was her. 2004, so gradually our relationship progressed. And along with my personal experience with Delhi and how attached I was with Delhi for all the reasons that I just mentioned, my relationship with her was also blossoming, and seeing Delhi in a new way, in a new perspective, नए नए जगह जाना, नए नए experiences उन जगहों के साथ करना was also coming up. For example, going to a place called Golak Dham, जो द्वारका में है, sector 7-8 के आसपास, 6-7-8. There's a park out there. 4:35 o'clock उस park में जाके बैठना and sit there till about 6 o'clock, 2.5 hours. You know, see people walking, jogging, running around, and we talk every other thing on earth. You know, choti badi, samasyaएं या wishes या hopes या just nothing at all. Watch people jogging and running and doing their yogas, and smile, and then go for a little walk. शायद थोड़े से वो सेंटर फ्रेश या इस तरीके की टॉफ़ीज़ खाना, कभी कभार पैसे होते तो आइसक्रीम खाना. ऐसा नहीं कि पैसे नहीं होते थे, बट इट वॉज नॉट लाइक वी हैव टू स्पेंड एवरी टाइम. यू नो, दैट वाज नॉट द इंटेंट कि हमें कुछ खाना ही पड़ेगा हर टाइम मिले. ऐसा कभी नहीं होता था हमारे साथ. वो तो चलो मन क्या, चलते चलते दिख गया आइसक्रीम वाला कि ठीक है यार आइसक्रीम खा लेते हैं, या चलते चलते मन क्या कि यार आज कुछ खाएं, क्या खाएं, चॉकलेट खाएं, चलो खा लेते हैं. तो इट वॉज नॉट अबाउट द मनी, इट इज़ दैट द होल आइडिया वाज हम एक दूसरे से मिलना चाहते थे, बात एक दूसरे को एक्सपीरियंस करना चाहते थे, रादर देन एक्सपीरियंसिंग फूड with her, या experiencing coffee with her, या experiencing a mall with her. No, I wanted to just experience her and she wanted to experience my company, that's all. Probably in a park or just a walk. And that's what we used to do. And that was such a beautiful feeling, and our relationship grew in all that, activities that we were doing. Things were going fantastic in my personal front, professional, and the relationship front, and also I was in this place which I loved. Everything was going perfect, and then 2011 came. This year was very important for me because things were going to change. कभी मैंने सोचा नहीं था that I will ever have to part from the city that I loved and the life that I had built around in Delhi. उससे मुझे दूर होना पड़ेगा. And 2011 was the year that I and of course my family, we decided to move out of Delhi. It was a tough call, it was a tough decision, at least for me. I'm sure for everybody else too, but from my perspective, because I did not have any reason today if I can sit back and think, मेरे पास ऐसा कोई solid reason नहीं था कि I had to go out of Delhi. I mean, I had no complaints from Delhi. Everything was working great for me. I was having a great career as per my definition. Of course, I mean, great career according to different people's definitions could be different, but it doesn't matter really, does it? I mean, मेरा जो definition है उसके हिसाब से fit होना चाहिए, because I'm the one who's going to work. So मेरे definition के हिसाब से it was going fine. I was very happy and content. Life was doing good. I was very young. I was just about 29 probably, and आगे life थी. Of course, जो भी चीज़ आगे करना था मैं करता. And I also had a fantastic relationship that I was into, and things were working out nicely. I was happy. I just did not, and I still don't know, I can't give a solid reason to myself why did I need to move out from Delhi. But शायद कुछ situations, conditions जो होते हैं आपके control के बाहर होते हैं, and then at that point of time, at that situation, the best possible decisions is what you normally take as an individual or as a family, and you become a part of the decision making process willfully. So the decision was taken, and 2011 we decided to move out of Delhi once again. From a personal front, things came crumbling down, because जो इतना टाइम 2004 से मैंने 2011 तक जो एक मैंने अपने आप को इमोशनली, फिजिकली, कल्चरली, सोशली, प्रोफेशनली मैंने जो एक अपने आप को इस्टेब्लिश किया था इन दिल्ली, एक, that was all going down the drain. 2, आगे का जो फ्यूचर शायद जो मैंने अब तक बनाया था, in all aspects, I'm not just talking professionally, in all aspects, जो आगे उससे बनने वाला था उसको भी मैंने शायद हटवा दिया with that decision. And the personal side, the relationship which was blossoming till that point of time, again a cloud of uncertainty had hovered above it. It was tough. दिल नहीं मान रहा था, मन नहीं मान रहा था. A lot of people will think it is because क्योंकि मेरा relationship था उस दिल्ली में, मेरा girlfriend was there, इसी वजह से शायद I'm saying that मुझे मन नहीं कर रहा था. But ऐसी बात नहीं है, because we are still married today. It is more because of I had started my life properly out there in a place जिसके साथ मैं बहुत associated, बहुत ही attached था, because I was schooled out there. And I had formed a system around me, एक हर aspect में. And now I'm pulling myself out from it, plugging myself out from it, unplugging out of it into a new unknown territory, a new unknown probably system, setup, culture, whatever you can call it. And was I prepared for it? No, I wasn't prepared for it at all. Did it kind of hurt me? Yes, it did. Could I do anything about it? No, I couldn't. Like I said, you take decisions at different stages of life. At least I take decisions at different stages of life based on the practicality of things for the better from a particular situation. And I think at that point of time, that was the decision which not only it was a joint decision which had to be taken. And so we did. And so 2011 came. I think it was the month of February or it was the month of March, is when I bid farewell to the place I loved, Delhi. Of course, it was a tough time. I also had to bid farewell to the person whom I had by then realized that this is the person who's going to be in my life. And हमारे बीच में situations ऐसे थे कि कुछ ही 2 दिन हम लोग एक साथ मिलते थे for an hour probably, and we were building our future based on our discussions and talks in that particular period of time. अब वो भी हम नहीं कर पाएंगे. So that was again a very tough phase for both of us. To the extent what I got to know was my wife now, then she was my girlfriend, had also fallen ill. Thankfully, one of the things I knew I would do it, and our relationship stayed on despite of this physical separation. We stood strong, and of course, we've been married for the last 8 years. 2014 is when we got married, and this is 2023. So कितने साल हो गए? हाँ, 7-8 साल तो हो ही गए. Right. Okay. I hope my wife is not watching this. Right. Okay. So so we've been there for this long together. But the other attachment that I had with a place called Delhi, वो जो छूट गई, वो छूट गई. It's 2023, 2011, I left. Not been able to relocate back to Delhi again. Not because again I can't, not because I cannot, but then once you move ahead, you get associated with newer things in life, newer setups, you get acclimatized to the new kind of things. And then आप अपनी दुनिया वहीं पे बसा लेते हैं, उसी जगह पे बसा लेते हैं. And you get attached to that place. or the system or the culture and things. Like it happened to us, we moved to Mumbai. Our home was there, and we got very attached to Mumbai. We are where we are. अब मजे की बात ये है कि हम बॉम्बे से भी आगे निकल गए. Did we want to? No. Did we ever plan to? No. But did we have to? We had to. So now we are in Dehradun. And it's been 5 years we are in Dehradun. Somewhere or the other, of course, we are acclimatized to Dehradun once again. Did we ever think about it? No. Did we ever plan it? No. Did we ever want to? No. But did we take a decision to come here? Yes, with all our senses in it. Because the situations or certain practical conditions were like that. तो हमने वो decision ली. जिस तरीके से हम लोग दिल्ली से निकलने के लिए decision लिया था. It hurt us. It hurt me badly. बॉम्बे से जब निकले थे, of course it hurt us. It's still hurting us today. And I'm sure when we move out from Dehradun one day, if we do, similar kind of feelings will be there, because over a period of 5 years हम लोग वापस attached in various little aspects of the city हो गए. और उसी तरीके का जो मुझे एक डिटैच्ड फीलिंग या एक बहुत ही सैड फीलिंग हुआ था व्हेन आई लेफ्ट लंदन, उसके लिए एक अलग कहानी है. बट दिस डिटैचमेंट फ्रॉम दिल्ली was probably the most hard hitting, because I personally had, I still can't figure out why. Was it required? Whether was it required or not required? Because everything was running smooth. Well, but चीजें ऐसे ही होती हैं, and we move on. We'll meet once again very soon. Take care.